Criminal evidence. 100. Review questions.
Are you ready?
Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more.
1.
What courts has the jurisdiction to hear and try plunder cases? A. Regional trial court. B. Ombudsman. C. Sandagan Bayan. D. Any regular court. C. Sandagan Bayan.
2.
Under the law, what agency that is empowered to order the change of venue or place of trial in order to prevent the miscarriage of justice? A. Supreme Court. B. Executive Judge. C. Department of Justice. D. Regional State Prosecutor. A. Supreme Court.
3.
Is that part of the law which creates, defines and regulates rights concerning life, liberty, or property, or the powers of agencies or instrumentalities for the administration of public affairs? A. Substantive law. B. Remedial law. C. Constitutional law. D. Rights. A. Substantive law.
4.
All records and proceedings involving children in conflict with the law from initial contact until final disposition of the case shall be considered A. Privileged and confidential. B. Divulged and privileged. C. Privileged and publicity. D. Disposed and publicity. A. Privileged and confidential.
5.
What is the nature of court-martials of military? A. Criminal law. B. Civil law. C. Administrative law. D. Sui generis. D. Sui generis.
6.
In the preceding question, victimless crimes are so called victimless because underscore A. The offender himself is his own victim. B. The offender is the only offender. C. The victim cannot be identified. D. There is no offender. A. The offender himself is his own victim.
7.
Jurisdiction of courts is conferred by the underscore A. Rules of court. B. Parties of the case. C. Constitution and the law. D. The revised penal code. C. Constitution and the law.
8.
Under the law, what agency that is empowered to order the change of venue or place of trial in order to prevent the miscarriage of justice? A. Supreme Court. B. Executive Judge. C. Department of Justice. D. Regional State Prosecutor. A. Supreme Court.
9.
Jurisdiction over the subject matter is determined by the A. Nature of the offense. B. Gravity of the offense. C. Investigating officer. D. Presiding judge. A. Nature of the offense.
10.
Refers to a territorial unit where the power of the court is to be exercised. A. Trial courts. B. Jurisprudence. C. Jurisdiction. D. Venue. D. Venue.
11.
Criminal cases where the penalty prescribed by law for the offense charged does not exceed 6 months fall under the rule on A. Regular procedure. B. Summary procedure. C. Criminal procedure. D. Civil procedure. B. Summary procedure.
12.
It is the way or method fixed by law for the apprehension and prosecution of persons suspected or having committed a crime. It includes the imposition of penalty in case of conviction. What is it? A. Criminal procedure. B. Accusatorial system. C. Inquisitorial scheme. D. Civil code. A. Criminal procedure.
13.
In putting up self-defense in criminal prosecution, as prober, you have to determine the existence of the most important element, which is underscore, A. Deliberate, B. Motive, C. Actual killing, D. Unlawful aggression. D. Unlawful aggression.
14.
What do you call the wooden hammer-like instrument being used by judges during hearings? A. Gavel, B. Block, C. Swivel, D. Mallet. A. Gavel.
15.
The degree of proof required to establish the crime is similar to that of establishing conspiracy, and that is proof beyond reasonable. A. Necessity, B. Doubt, C. Motive, D. Fault. B. Doubt.
16.
The committed against mankind, and whose jurisdiction consequently recognizes no territorial limits. A. Piracy, B. Felonies, C. Theft, D. Suicide. A. Piracy.
17.
Which of the following statements is correct? A. The crime of death caused in a tumultuous affray is applicable if the person who killed can be identified cannot be identified. B. The crime of death caused in a tumultuous affray is applicable if the person who killed the victim can be identified. C. The crime of death caused in a tumultuous affray is applicable even if the victim did not die. D. The crime of death caused in a tumultuous affray is applicable if the offender dies. The correct answer is A.
18.
This is the law that simplified and provided stiffer penalties for violation of gambling laws. A. Presidential Decree 1602. B. Presidential Decree 483. C. Presidential Decree 749. D. Republic Act 3019. A. Presidential Decree 1602.
19.
The means sanctioned by the rules of court of ascertaining in a judicial proceeding the truth respecting a matter of fact. A. Proof, B. Evidence, C. Assumption, D. Conclusion. B. Evidence.
20.
The authority revising the rules on criminal evidence. A. Congress, B. Supreme Court, C. Either A or B. D. Neither A nor B. B. Supreme Court.
21.
This requires the concurrence of actual assembly of men, and the purpose is execution of a treasonable design by force. A. Aid or comfort. B. Levying war. C. Adherence to the enemy. D. All of the above. B. Levying war.
22.
This is committed by rising publicly and taking arms against the government. A. Rebellion. B. Coup d'etat. C. Treason. D. Sedition. A. Rebellion.
23.
This refers to any person who, by direct provision of the law, popular election, or appointment by competent authority, shall take part in the performance of public functions in the government of the Philippine Islands, of shall perform in said government or in any of its branches public duties as an employee, agent, or subordinate official, of any rank or class. A. Public officer. B. Public servant. C. Public person. D. Public authority. A. Public officer.
24.
If one of the combatants dies in the case of duel, the imposable penalty to the one who killed the victim is the same with the penalty of A. Parricide. B. Homicide. C. Murder. D. Serious physical injuries. B. Homicide.
25.
Which of the following is an exemption of the rule which states that there is a need to prove the authenticity of a private document? A. Holographic document. B. Notarized document. C. Ancient document. D. None of the above. C. Ancient document.
26.
The crime fraud is applicable to A. Husband and wife relationship. B. Attorney and client relationship. C. Priest and confessor relationship. D. None of the above. B. Attorney and client relationship.
27.
The answer of the witness to a question propounded to him should be given A. In writing if incapacitated to speak. B. By action or illustration if question asked for it. C. Orally. D. All of the above. C. Orally.
28.
Under Republic Act 9262, this is an act of inflicting physical harm upon the woman or her child resulting to the physical and psychological or emotional distress. A. Battery. B. Battered woman syndrome. C. Physical violence, violence against women and children. D. Love. Tranquil. A. Battery.
29.
The one that is not an exemption. A. Opinion of an ordinary witness. B. Part of res gesta. C. Dying declaration. D. Res inter alios acta. D. Res inter alios acta.
30.
The just introduced exception to the hearsay rule under the new rules on evidence. A. Residual exception. B. Independent relevant statement. C. Res inter alios acta. D. None of the above. A. Residual exception.
31.
A holographic document is a form of A. Private document. B. Public document. C. Either A or B. D. Neither A nor B. A. Private document.
32.
The legal fitness or ability of a witness to be heard on a trial of a cause. A. Personal knowledge. B. Competency. C. Credibility. D. Testimonial evidence. B. Competency.
33.
The lowest form of evidence in the hierarchy of quantum of evidence. A. Proof beyond reasonable doubt. B. Clear and convincing evidence. C. Preponderance of evidence. D. Probable cause. D. Probable cause.
34.
That prior rents or installments had been paid when a receipt for the later one is produced is what kind of presumption? A. Disputable. B. Conclusive. C. semi-disputable, D. None of the above. A. Disputable.
35.
Which of the following relates to contractual writing? A. Original document rule. B. Parole evidence rule. C. Res inter alios acta nocere non debet rule. D. Opinion rule. B. Parole evidence rule.
36.
Blackmailing may constitute A. Grave threat. C. Light threat. D. Light coercions. B. Grave coercions. C. Light threat.
37.
This is committed by any person who shall cause an abortion by violence, but unintentionally. A. Intentional abortion. B. Abortion practiced by the woman herself or by her parents. C. Unintentional abortion. D. Abortion practiced by a physician or midwife. C. Unintentional abortion.
38.
This is the act of exerting any violence or administering beverages upon the person of the pregnant woman, and as a result of violence or beverages, the fetus dies either in the womb or after having been expelled therefrom. A. Intentional abortion. B. Abortion practiced by the woman herself or by her parents. C. Unintentional abortion. D. Abortion practiced by a physician or midwife. A. Intentional abortion.
39.
In case of contradiction between physical and testimonial evidence, it is the latter that must prevail. This statement is A. True. B. False. C. Partly true. D. Partly false. B. False.
40.
The exemption of hearsay evidence rule, which literally means things done. A. Declaration about pedigree. B. Family reputation. C. Res gesta. D. Common reputation. C. Res gesta.
41.
This is an unlawful resistance to a superior officer, as the raising of commotion and disturbances on board of a ship against the authority of a commander, committed on the high seas. A. Piracy. B. Mutiny. C. Conspiracy. D. None of the above. B. Mutiny.
42.
The additional evidence, but of different kind or character as that already given, tending to prove the same proposition. A. Rebuttal evidence. B. Cumulative evidence. C. Corroborative evidence. D. Conclusive evidence. C. Corroborative evidence.
43.
The following may be admitted to the Witness Protection Program, except A. One whose testimony can be substantially corroborated in its material points. B. One whose testimony will be used is a grave felony as defined under the Revised Penal Code. C. One who is a law enforcement officer testifying against fellow law enforcement officers. D. None of the above. The correct answer is C.
44.
The admission made in court may be contradicted only by showing that a. It was made through palpable mistake. B. The imputed admission was not, in fact, made. C. Either A or B. D. Neither A nor B. C. Either A or B.
45.
The application of the rules on DNA evidence. A. Criminal. B. Civil. see special proceedings. D. Any or all of the above. D. Any or all of the above.
46.
The following are categories of violence against women and their children, except A. Physical violence, B. Sexual violence, C. Psychiatric abuse, D. Economic abuse. C. Psychiatric abuse.
47.
This is committed by planting of evidence. A. Libel, B. Slander, C. Incriminating innocent person, D. Intriguing against honor. C. Incriminating innocent person.
48.
This is committed by discharging any firearm, rocket, firecracker, or other explosives calculated to cause alarm or danger. A. Chivalry, B. Alarms and scandal, C. Tumult, D. Illegal discharge. B. Alarms and scandal.
49.
Judicial notice includes the official acts of the legislative, executive, and judicial departments of the Philippines. A. National government, B. Local government, C. Either A or B. D. Neither A nor B. A. National government.
50.
The statement of fact made by a party against his interest or unfavorable to the conclusion for which he contends or is inconsistent with the facts alleged by him. A. Testimony, B. Declaration of interest, C. Admission, D. Confession. C. Admission.
51.
This is a swift attack accompanied by violence, intimidation, threat, strategy, or stealth. A. Rebellion, B. Coup d'etat, C. Treason, D. Sedition. B. Coup d'etat.
52.
The printout of an electronic image is considered as A. Printed evidence, B. Cyber evidence, C. Documentary evidence, D. Electronic evidence. C. Documentary evidence.
53.
The rule on evidence, which requires certain kind of evidence as proof necessary to establish certain facts. A. Preferential, B. Exclusionary, C. Prophylactic, D. Analytic. A. Preferential.
54.
The rule which prohibits persons from testifying against his or her parents, other direct descendants, children, or other direct descendants, except when such testimony is indispensable in a crime against that person or by one parent against the other. A. Spousal privilege, B. Testimonial privilege, C. Parental and filial privilege, D. None of the above. C. Parental and filial privilege.
55.
The evidence to prove authenticity of a document is not necessary is under the principle of A. Authentication and proof, B. English rule, C. Ancient document rule, D. American rule. C. Ancient document rule.
56.
Under the new rule on criminal evidence, this is a person licensed to practice medicine engaged in the diagnosis or treatment of a mental or emotional condition. A. Psychotherapist, B. Psychologist, C. Medical doctor, D. Psychoanalysis. A. Psychotherapist.
57.
The sufficiency of evidence in self-defense. A. Proof beyond reasonable doubt. B. Substantial evidence. C. Clear and convincing evidence. D. Preponderance of evidence. C. Clear and convincing evidence.
58.
Residual exemption is applicable to A. Hearsay evidence rule. B. Res inter alios acta rule. C. Original evidence rule. D. Parole evidence rule. A. Hearsay evidence rule.
59.
The inference or assumption as to the existence of a fact unknown only by reason of its relation to a fact that is known. A. Burden of proof. B. Presumption. C. Burden of evidence. D. Processual presumption. B. Presumption.
60.
The duty of a party to introduce evidence at any stage of the trial in order to establish a prima facie case, and the like duty of the opposite party to meet and overthrow the prima facie case thus established. A. Burden of proof. B. Presumption. C. Burden of evidence. D. Processual presumption. C. Burden of evidence.
61.
The other term for ante-mortem statement. A. Post-mortem statement. B. Suicide note. C. Dying declaration. D. Res inter alio acta. C. Dying declaration.
62.
This rule states that where evidence shows that one did or did not do a certain thing at one time is not admissible to prove that he did or did not do the same or similar thing at another time. But it may be received to prove a specific intent or knowledge, identity, plan, system, scheme, habit, custom, or usage, and the like. A. Hearsay evidence rule. B. Character evidence rule. C. Similar conduct rule. D. Opinion rule. See similar conduct rule.
63.
The rule that governs the admissibility of good or moral character, depending upon whether the same indicates a relation with the moral traits of the offense committed. A. Hearsay evidence rule. B. Character evidence rule. C. Similar conduct rule. D. Opinion rule. B. Character evidence rule.
64.
The evidence may be admissible as against one party, but also as against another. A. Multiple admissibility. B. Curative admissibility. C. Conditional admissibility. D. Unconditional admissibility. A. Multiple admissibility.
65.
The evidence directed to prove a fact in issue as determined by the rules of substantial law and of pleadings. A. Relevant evidence. B. Competent evideris. C. Material evidence. D. Prima facie evidence.
'66.
Which of the following statements is correct? A. Evidence and proof are not the same. B. Evidence actually convinces. C. Not excluded by the Constitution. D. None of the above. D. None of the above.
67.
When the requisite quantum of evidence of a particular fact has been duly admitted and given weight, the result is called A. Preponderance. B. Proof. C. Factum probandum. D. Evidence. B. Proof.
68.
The revised rules on criminal evidence. A. Remedial law. B. Procedural law. C. Both A and B. D. None of the above. C. Both A and B.
69.
What crime is committed when a police officer takes advantage of his position to rape another person? A. Simple rape. B. Qualified rape. C. Sexual assault. D. None of these. B. Qualified rape.
70.
This may refer to oral defamation. A. Incriminating innocent person. B. Slander. C. Libel. D. Intriguing against honor. B. Slander.
71.
This is committed by more than 3 armed persons who formed a band of robbers for the purpose of committing robbery in the highway to be attained by means of force and violence. A. Robbery. B. Theft. C. Brigandage. D. Arson. C. Brigandage.
72.
This is committed by parents who shall neglect their children by not giving them the education which their station in life require and financial conditions permit. A. Difference of parents. B. Indifference of parents. C. Negligence of parents. D. Imprudence of parents. B. Indifference of parents.
73.
This is committed by any public officer or employee who, not being authorized by judicial order, shall enter any dwelling against the will of the owner thereof. A. Trespassing. B. Violation of domicile. C. Illegal entry. D. Unlawful domicile. B. Violation of domicile.
74.
This is committed by any private person who shall enter any dwelling against the will of the owner thereof. A. Trespass to dwelling. B. Violation of domicile. C. Illegal entry. D. Unlawful domicile. B. Violation of domicile.
75.
There are some provisions of the 1987 Constitution which excludes the admissibility of evidence. This statement is A. True. B. False. C. Partly true. D. Partly false. A. True.
76.
Which among the following has nothing to do with relevancy? A. Relevant evidence. B. Competent evidence. C. Material evidence. D. Collateral matters. B. Competent evidence.
77.
The statements made by the participants or the victims of, or the spectators to, a crime immediately before, during, or after its commission. A. Dying declaration. B. Independent relevant statement. C. Res gesta. D. Testimonial evidence. C. Res gesta.
78.
The following are qualifications of witness except: A. He must possess organs of sense. B. He must have the ability to perceive. C. He must have the capacity to communicate what he has perceived. D. He is disqualified by law. D. He is disqualified by law.
79.
The examination in chief of a witness by the party presenting him on the facts relevant to the issue. A. Direct examination. B. Cross-examination. C. Redirect examination. D. Recross-examination. A. Direct examination.
80.
The questions which suggest to the witness the answers to which an examining party requires. A. Leading. B. Misleading. C. Diminishing. D. Hearsay. 8. Leading.
81.
The weight and trustworthiness or reliability of the testimony. A. Competency. B. Use immunity of witness. C. Credibility. D. Transactional immunity of witness. C. Credibility.
82.
Which of the following is a fact need not be proved? A. Judicial admission. B. Extrajudicial admission. C. Either A or B. D. Neither A nor B. A. Judicial admission.
83.
Amnesty and pardon are facts need not be proved. This statement is A. True. B. False. C. Partly true. D. Partly false. B. False.
84.
The right that is lost if there is proof beyond reasonable doubt already. A. The right to testify. B. The right to be presumed innocent. C. The right to be a witness. D. None of the above. B. The right to be presumed innocent.
85.
The probative value or credit given by the court to a particular evidence. A. Preponderance of evidence. B. Evidentiary fact. C. Ultimate fact. D. Weight of evidence. D. Weight of evidence.
86.
The written statement by which a right established or an obligation extinguished. A. Document. B. Affidavit. C. Oath. D. Counterfeiting. B. Affidavit.
87.
The amount of relevant evidence which a reasonable mind might accept as adequate to justify a conclusion. A. Proof beyond reasonable doubt. B. Substantial evidence. C. Clear and convincing evidence. D. Preponderance of evidence. B. Substantial evidence.
88.
All questions should be propounded to the witness on the day he is called to the witness stand to avoid the unnecessary recalling of said witness. This is in accordance with the principle of A. Witness should not be detained longer than the interest of justice requires. B. Recalling a witness. C. One-day witness rule. D. Evidence in chief. C. One-day witness rule.
89.
This is anti-piracy and anti-highway robbery law of 1974. A. Presidential Decree 532. B. Republic Act 6235. C. Republic Act 6425. D. Republic Act 9165. A. Presidential Decree 532.
90.
This is the law that punishes game fixing or point, shaving, and machinations in sport contest. A. Presidential Decree 1602. B. Presidential Decree 483. C. Presidential Decree 749. D. Republic Act 3019. B. Presidential Decree 483.
91.
This is the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act. A. Presidential Decree 1602. B. Presidential Decree 483. C. Republic Act 7040. D. Republic Act 3019. D. Republic Act 3019.
92.
The one not covered by the revised rules on evidence. A. Election cases. B. Violation of traffic laws. C. The penalty is more than 6 months of imprisonment. D. The penalty does not exceed 6 months imprisonment. A. Election cases.
93.
The summation of evidence. A. Proof. B. Evidence. C. Assumption. D. Conclusion. A. Proof.
94.
The other term for the opinion of an expert witness. A. Proof. B. Evidence. C. Assumption. D. Conclusion. D. Conclusion.
95.
The ultimate fact sought to be established. A. Factum probans. B. Factum probandum. C. Real or autoptic evidence. D. Circumstantial evidence. B. Factum probandum.
96.
The written or oral statement or declaration of person respecting a matter of fact. Sought to be proven. A. Real or autoptic evidence. B. Documentary evidence. C. Testimonial evidence. D. Direct evidence. C. Testimonial evidence.
97.
The pictures from cell phones and videos. A. Real or autoptic evidence. B. Documentary evidence. C. Testimonial evidence. D. Direct evidence. B. Documentary evidence.
98.
Which of the following is a public document? A. Notarized document. B. School record. C. Electric bill. D. All of the above. A. Notarized document.
99.
Before a private document is received in evidence, one of the following must be proved. A. Due execution. B. Authenticity. C. A and B. D. K or B. C. A and B.
100.
The scope of cross-examination. A. Matters stated in direct examination. B. Matters stated in redirect examination. C. Matters stated in rebuttal. D. Matters stated in surrebuttal. A. Matters stated in direct examination.
Comment your score.
Study smarter, not harder. Subscribe for more.